Hey YouTube, hey YouTube, hope you're doing well. Sorry. Wait for a few of you guys to come in the live, say good day, see what's going on. Gonna do a few giveaways. I've never done this before, but anyway, it's gonna be fun. I'll get the first viewer. There he is. Who is it? G'day, whoever you are. Vengeance Arm Wrestling, Dennis Lerad, Finn Mason. Oh, it wasn't Devin Saplenkov. Devin Saplenkov, of all the times you weren't first, you just missed out. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness. The Practice Pool Champ, Vengeance Arm Wrestling, Desperation Pinocchio, Pooh Bear Vlogs. Man, you guys, the quality of your significance in the troll army has honestly been phenomenal. Oh man, so many of you. I seriously did what is the story? I want to know, like, did this all come from Devin? Are all of you guys here as the troll army simply because Devin asked it? Is that what happened? Like, is that when the explosion of troll accounts happened? I don't know how many there are now. I don't think I can keep up with it, but it's awesome. But I can't believe Devin Saplenkov hasn't commented yet. Where are you, man? Devin Saplenkov. Man, Devin Saplenkov can't even write 50th right now. He is so far behind the times. Oh my goodness. Anyway, hope you guys are all doing well. It's I'm gonna try not to talk too loud because it's 1 a.m. here, and I'm doing some work, and my fiance's asleep upstairs, so I'm gonna try not to wake her. But anyway, that's kind of what's going on. Man, the comments are coming in fast. I can't keep up. I'm well, man. Someone just asked, "How Ryan? How are you?" Hope I'm well. My tooth, I don't know if you can see. I look like I got this big swelling going on. It's not too bad, but it's pretty significant swelling. I got a tooth taken out yesterday. Hey, it's gone. It's gone. That one there. They had to they sawed it in half, then they drilled into the bone. Oh, that hurt my mouth just opening that. I shouldn't have done that. I haven't opened my mouth that far since the surgery. But anyway, that tooth's gone. That's why I got the swelling. Yeah, 1 a.m. here, not 11 a.m. for me. Anyway, guys, what I want to do in this video is I've got a bunch of old stock. And when I say old stock, it's brand new, but it was just lines that I never gave away. I never did anything with. I got some Todd Zilla t-shirts. I want to get rid of them. I got way too many of them. This right here is like the original, very first pound for pound arm wrestling competitor t-shirt. They're not in production anymore. And this one right here is what you saw Paul Lynn wearing the other day. This was the original referee's t-shirt. Travis Bagent has got one of them. Paul Lynn's got one of them. And that's about it. I only had these made for the referees. And I want to give away a bunch of them because, like I said, they're sitting in my stock room and they're not doing anything. So I'm just like, oh man, I don't even know how to reproduce them. Not that I want to, but I thought I would get rid of them. I thought I'd get rid of them and give them away to you guys. So just have a look at some of the comments again. Ronan, you remember those, man? And Ronan I'm currently playing a game of chess with Ronan on chess.com. Ronan, I think he's baiting me, making me think I can do all right, but he's just kind of slowly bleeding me. So Ronan, I'm gonna make a comeback in this game that we're currently in, man. If anyone else wants to play me in chess, feel free to add me. I think my name is The Arm Wrestler on chess.com. Yeah, let's have a look. Oh man. So yeah, I'm going to Bunbury with Lachlan. Someone's asking there if I'm going to Bunbury with Lachlan. I tell you what, yes, very much yes. I am going to Bunbury with Lachlan. I fly out Friday, so a couple of days time I fly out, and I'm going to be staying with Kyle Howarth over there. Lachlan and I are going to be there. We're going to drive 2 hours south to Bunbury. We're going to walk into the Lions Den. This match is literally going to take place in Ryan Scott's home gym. It's going to be full of all of his supporters. It's going to have no one there supporting Lachlan other than me. And to be honest, I just can't see Lachlan losing. I just can't. The dude is so ready. So ready. Hey, voice of arm wrestling, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Doing a 1 a.m. live. That's what you be in the gym in Latvia, doing your thing. I think we got a fix episode tomorrow night about this time, so looking forward to that. Do I know any Maltese people in Australia? From Desperation Geppetto. Yeah, I know a few of them. My auntie's Maltese. Anyway. The arm wrestling opinion just got my pound for pound shirt and legit super comfortable. Which next level do you print these on? They're on the CVC. I don't know if it's different. Yeah, Voice of Arm Wrestling says Lachlan will kill it. He really will. Lachlan will kill it. Yeah, you guys know how much I believe in that dude. I think he's legit going to crush it. I think there's nothing. I don't think there's anything Ryan Scott can do. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong, because if I am wrong, it means Ryan Scott is at a new level, and that means Australian arm wrestling is at a new level. But I honestly don't think he can do anything. What else we got? Sounds like when I went to pull Chance, Savage Arm Wrestling. Now, when I went to pull Chance, it was I mean, you guys know my kind of run. I've won my last 10 super matches in a row, and Chance was my last one, which happened in February of 2020. I'd actually love to pull Taras again. Hey, Mintogus Tarasitis. That's another man I'd love to group up with, Mindogus. Mindogus trashed me in the back alley of Zloty. Mindogus had just won his weight class. I think you were pulling the overalls, man. And we gripped up, and I could not do a friggin' thing to Mindogus at the time. So Mindogus, I would like to grip you in another opportunity. I don't know when that's going to come, but one of my big hopes, in general, one of my big hopes for just me in arm wrestling is to be able to travel finally to that part of the world, that Eastern European part of the world. I don't know which country I'd go to first, because it sucks that you can't be fresh all the time. It sucks that you travel, and the first club you visit, you feel awesome, and then it just and you visit all these clubs, and you just wreck your arm over the period of like a week or two. And that's kind of what I did with Chance, and then Florida, and then Arizona. But I'd love to do that same thing in some part of the Eastern European nations, whether it be Bulgaria. I'd love to go to Bulgaria. Yeah. I don't know who I'd want to grip first. But anyway, there's Mindogus, you're one of them. And yes, Mindogus trashed me in the back alleys of the Zloty. Oh, what else is going on? Mindy's too small for me, bro. I would never try to target Mindogus. But that said, I'm sure he's not scared of me. But yeah, I'm 95 kilos. Mindogus is, what are you, man? Like 78? Something like that. Anyway. Yeah, the way my body weight's going with my measurements. If you guys, I don't know if you saw my measurements in the last video, go check it out. I'm getting closer to Levan than I am to Mindogus, but yeah. Josh Barker says Dubai with Larry would be amazing. It would be, man. Getting to Dubai will be amazing. I don't know if it's going to be possible, that May 29 date. It's just the Australian bloody travel restrictions that are the problem. If I could get there, I will. Like, honestly, like, we all know that everyone and anyone who can get there is going to be there. It's going to be an amazing event, that May 29 event. And I'm getting married May 16. So if travel permits, you never know. Might end up having a honeymoon in Dubai if it's possible. Do you think I could get away with that? Could I get a honeymoon happening in an arm wrestling event? Anyway, I reckon it'll work out. But yeah, okay. Someone's asking me here. My measurements have changed, but my body fat percentage from Full Arsenal 1886. Man, in answering that question, I honestly think that I'm pretty much the same in terms of percentage body fat as when those original measurements were taken. I was quite skinny then, but I've always been skinny fat. Not since I was a teenager. When I was a teenager, I was like, I had six pack and when I was playing tennis and whatnot. But honestly, it's since then, since my mid 20s, I've always just had a skinny fat, and then what that turned into like a dad bod, and that's where I am now. Like, You want to see? Look, it's still there, but it's not crazy. You know what I mean? So yeah, the gains are significant. I'm happy with the neck gains and the wrist gains most of all. But will your wedding have an after pool? Yes, there will be a. There will definitely be a arm wrestling table at my wedding. One man that I don't think he's going to be able to come. But one man that I really do hope makes it to the wedding. He's been invited, and he said to me he will come if he doesn't have to do the 2 weeks quarantine. Is John Brzank. Man, if John comes to the wedding, there will be plenty of after pulling. I assure you. That'll be something that'll be. Yeah. What's interesting is going to be, I think. About 80% of the people I'm inviting to the wedding are arm wrestlers, and my fiance's side of the invitations, they're clearly not arm wrestlers, but nevertheless, they're gonna be exposed to the world of arm wrestling. So I'm looking to group up with them. Yeah, okay. People are reminding me about this free stuff. It's coming. I just want to have a chat first before we get to this point. The free stuff's coming. I'm seeing it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm going to give all this away and send it to a bunch of you tonight. But I'm having so much fun chatting to you guys first. Oh man, I'm dropping stuff. All right, so we'll get there. I do promise you, we'll get there. All these people saying g'day, good stuff. Engin would be a good batch, but Bowen would be crushed from Cobra Voda. Man, there's so many people I love to. Engin actually respectfully asked me if I'd be interested in a match with him a couple of months ago. I know when he was preparing for all of the different events, I know he was looking at myself and Dan Mosier and Paul Lynn. He was in touch with all of us and seeing if it was possible for any of us to get over to Turkey for a match with him. So all of us were restricted by travel, and that was the reason why. But I actually found I was really honored that Engin actually said he would like a match with me. I thought that was really cool. I wanted another big shout out to Bob Brown, man. Bob Brown was singing my praises yesterday. I didn't expect that, but thank you, Bob. That was kind of cool. Anyway, someone just said, hi, Ryan, greetings from Argentina. Hello, Argentina. Please, I did nothing. Please don't attack. How sick does the Arm Fights shirt look? Auction starts at $10. No, I'm not going to auction it. I'm going to give these away. Tonight is, I think what I am going to do, I'm going to kind of go like Aussie arm wrestler style. Like I might do I might just do a quiz, and whoever gets the right answer first, I'm going to give them the prize, and I'll write it down. Yeah. Anyway, everyone's telling me about RVJ and diapers? What am I seeing? What have I missed? People ask me, what's your favorite diaper brand? Did RVJ release something about diapers? I don't know. What's going on with that? Oh, we've got a super chat from Mean Machine Arm Wrestling. You streaming or posting Lockie's match will be epic. Mean Machine Arm Wrestling, 100% yes. Yes. I'm going to, there's this, you'll hear Gary Roberts say it all the time. He'll say there's no such thing as too much footage. Well, that's the policy I'm going to take when I get over there. I am going to be live pretty much from the instant we get there. I'll be live. I'll also be recording on my GoPro. I'll be recording on my usual camera that you guys see all my stuff. I'm going to film as much. I wish I had 8 hands for this. I want to film everything because this match is going to be really, really solid. It's going to happen. I don't know what the time zones are relative to where you guys are, but it'll be at 2 p.m. Sunday, Perth time, Perth, Australia. That's when the match is scheduled to take place. So we'll be that's when it will be live. So don't miss it. It's going to be really good. It's going to legitimately determine who is the number 1 arm wrestler in Australia. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be Lachlan. And after Lachlan beats him, oh my goodness, I am wondering if Ryan's going to be brave enough to group me. I think he's going to be potentially so demoralized after having lost to Lachlan that he's not going to want to touch my hand, because I'm pretty sure I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm pretty sure I could beat Ryan if I had to. How's the weather? Heard it's flooding. Yeah, it's crazy flooding here. It's finally actually, the sun came out again today, but we've had like 2 meters of rain in the last week. So a lot of places flooded. When you're going to give the shake weight challenge? I don't know what that is, Chris Island. Chris Island has said the shake weight challenge. I don't know what that is. Would Engen beat Devon at 100 kilos? I don't think so. Gabor Sazaks? I don't think so. I'd back Devon. Hello from Alaska. Todd Hutchins would be your ideal training partner if that was possible. You're taking the next level pretty soon. Keep getting stronger. Todd Hutchins is a super interesting dude, and this was something that Bob Brown said, and I happily reflect on. Given the last video where I talked about the gains that I've made in measurements and that, I saw a lot of people ask me, how much do I attribute my time under Todd to my success? And I guess here's my answer to that. I spent neat on 12 months training the exact plan that Todd Hutchins laid out. I did everything. I didn't miss a beat. I didn't miss a training session. I pushed through uncomfortable pain in my elbows. I pushed through comfortable pain everywhere. It was the one thing I'll say about Todd Hutchins' program, and it's one thing that I think separates a lot of people, a lot of the elites at the end of the day, is Todd Hutchins works hard, and he works hard often. That's one thing that is absolutely certain about Todd's program, was that if you're brave, if you're brave enough to do Todd's program, you're going to get strong, because it's simply a lot of work. There is just no way around it. Like Todd's plan, I can share the basics of Todd's plan. Like, I mean, it's not a crazy amount of things, but I mean, I was working, so 6 days a week, I was gym. I really reduced my table time for that 12 months. And it was 6 days a week. It was a morning gym session and it was an afternoon gym session. It was one main lift per week. And we do a speed day, we do a volume day, we do a complementary day on chest, we do a complementary day on back in between. I'd have a hand and wrist day in there, which was, Todd only allowed that to be in there because I wanted it. He was like, nah, I don't want you to spend a whole day on hand and wrist. But anyway, there was a very big program around the 1 rep max. And then it was built back from the 1 rep max with a whole bunch of supporting things, plyometrics, isometrics, a lot of shocking of the tendon. And honestly, the biggest thing that I attribute all of that, the biggest gain that I made from that was simply my elbow. I'm at a place right now where I actually can't hurt my elbow. And I know I say that I touch wood at the same time because I don't want another injury. My shoulder is the hard point, but my elbow, I'm not strong enough at the moment to hurt my elbow. I'm just not strong enough. I go as hard as I can on my elbow and it doesn't ever hurt. And that's really interesting because once upon a time, my elbow used to hurt before I reached the limit of my strength. And that for me is an exciting thing. Thank you, Fat McCass, for this $2 super chat. How many push-ups can I do? 5. The reason I say 5 is because it hurts. My shoulder, it does not like pressing under anything at the moment. It doesn't. I'm in a bad place. Push-ups are something that I used to do a lot of in the military. It was something that when I was a parachutist in the military, it was a requirement. And I used to train. My training method for getting push-ups up, interestingly enough, and for getting my students that had to pass, they had to do a minimum of 80 push-ups continuous to be able to be a paratrooper. So what we used to do to get our push-ups up would be every Monday morning we would do a max effort push-ups, and I'd write down all my subordinates' scores on what they got, and then every hour of the working day we would stop and we would do 30% of our maximum number that we recorded at the beginning of the day. So every hour of the working day, we do 30% of our push-ups, and we do that like 7 times throughout the day. And we do that for the entire week. We just hit that 30%, 30%, 30% every hour. And then the next Monday would come around and we'd assess our new max, and your new max would go up so quickly. And so we had people we had like girls on the course that would turn up only being able to do 20 push-ups. And they would get to the point where they're doing 120 push-ups within a month. So that was the program for push-ups. So I haven't done that in a long time. And so back to your question, the answer is I can't do push-ups right now because of the pain in my shoulder. Yeah. Everyone, Sydney Arm Wrestling and Gaming is asking for the free stuff as well. Patience, Sydney Arm Wrestling. I'll give you another preview. This is the stuff I'm giving away. Okay, I got 2 awesome hoodies. Stuff that'll never be repeated again. Arm Fights Unleashed. It's a size XL. Nice and comfy. This one as well. Arm Fights Unleashed. Super comfy. Never to be repeated. I'm going to give that away. Going to give the classic ref shirt away. Going to give these ones away too. I don't know. It's coming. I promise. All right. What else is going on? Oh my God, look at this. We're so hanging out for a while. Sydney Arm Wrestling. Yeah, it's like 2 a.m. for Sydney Arm Wrestling right now. So you really are hanging out. Sunny here in Perth. How's the weather? Yeah, already asked the weather question. Ryan Clickvinia says, I'm the strongest. Man, I don't know, Ryan. Do you track your calories? No, I don't track my calories. Hey, Ronan, you're the man. $5 super chat. I just moved, bro. The end is near. I am inevitable. Oh, shit. Hang on. Ronan's just moved in chess. Hang on. Let's just see if I can show you the predicament that I'm in. All right. Oh, you did move. Look at this. Can you see that? That's me. Oh, where's the screen? Oh, why is it not showing it? Come on, lighting. Anyway, there we go. That's me and Ronan. I'm in trouble, as you can see. There's not a lot of pieces left for me. Can't see my king. My king's just there. Anyway, I got 3 pieces left. Ronan's cleaning me up. So Ronan, I'll get back to that after this live. But thank you for the support, man. And yeah, what else we got? Have you tried to include regular hanging from a bar to relieve your shoulder issues? Seems like a lot of people have success with from the Sam Barris. Yeah, man, that is actually the one thing that I would attribute to my rehab most is just simply hanging. It's hard to hang. It hurts to hang. Like face pulls hurt. Oh, it's all nasty. But honestly, yeah, hanging. I try to hang as often as I can, just to hang. Yeah. Someone wants to 1v1 me for chess for $20. Man, if you saw how bad I was against Devin, you probably know that your $20 is safe, so it's all good. But add me in, I'll happily play. The Arm Wrestler is my name on chess.com. How many active arm wrestlers do you think there are from the Press 88? That's an interesting question, man. I think that if we're talking active arm wrestlers in the world, it's getting up there now. I'd be plucking numbers. I do pluck these sorts of numbers out of my ass pretty regularly because every now and then people will ask me that question. Like I think someone actually asked me that today. When people ask me what I do for work and I say I'm an arm wrestler and they say, hang on, what? You're an arm wrestler? And I'm like, yeah. I arm wrestle, I create content around arm wrestling, I commentate the sport, I coach, all that sort of stuff. And they're like, how many people do this sort of thing? And then I say, well, in Australia, I think there's about 300 to 500 people in Australia actively now involved in the sport, which is awesome. In my home state, we're talking like 120 to 150. And I think we're the biggest, but they're all of the capital cities are expanding massively. So then I think worldwide, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I tend to pluck the number of about 30,000. That's my pluck on how many are actively involved in arm wrestling in a competitive sense, like trying to better themselves. So 30,000 people worldwide. I don't know. I could be way off, but it's growing. That's for sure. It's definitely growing. Yeah. What else we got? What's your elbow to fingertip length? Oh my goodness. All right. I can do my elbow to fingertip for you right now. Someone wants to know. Okay. I might push the camera back a bit so you guys can see it a little more. All right. Hang on. I'm going to do this. Elbow to fingertip. All right. All right. So holding it there like that. This is difficult to do. Okay. Elbow to fingertip. What does that say? You guys see it? Somewhere about between 19 and 20 inches, depending on where you want to count my elbow. And that's with my fingers like that. There you go. Somewhere between 19 and 20, depending on how far around the corner you go. There we go. All right, all right. Lachlan is going wild on the saucy stuff. Okay, okay. Look, Lachlan's. Let's just say Lachlan's prepared. He's prepared. I think Ryan's prepared as well. I think undoubtedly both of these guys in this match are prepared. I don't know the details, but they're prepared. That's all I know. What's your flexed arm measurement? Oh man, I'm cold. I don't even have a pump. Flexed arm. Oh, can I get a little bit of a pump? Yeah. All right. Come on. 16 and 3/4. There you go. 16 and 3/4 without a pump. 17 if I'm in the gym. There we go. G'day from Georgia. Arm wrestling opinion. You mentioned Matt Mask has a big frame. How big would you see? How big would you like to see him come in for the Gasparini rematch? I think Matt Mask he's a way bigger dude than I and a lot of people realize. I think Matt Mask is someone that could, I don't know, he could be 110, 115 kilos, no worries at all. I don't know what Matt's walking around, but when I saw Matt at the WL and he was prepared and he was his veins were everywhere and he was mega. Oh my goodness. I don't know, but he's a big dude, way bigger than you think. What else we got going? Oh man, there's some weird questions going on. Someone called Lockie, and I don't think it's Lachlan Adan, but is that a Lockie? Hey, Troll Army, where are you guys with the Lockie, the Buff Elon merger accounts? You need to somehow create a morph of Lachlan and Buff Elon for these comment sections because that'd be a good troll account. But anyway, look, when will I pull Ben Carroll? Yeah, so the Ben Carroll match was on. It was literally happening. I had my flights booked, and 4 days before my flight was due, COVID strikes again, and literally the state of WA where the match was going to happen bans everyone from my state from visiting because we had a literal one person got the UK strain, and then WA said no, you can't come over anymore. So that match got canned, and then Ben's a fly in, fly out worker. So I tried to get Ben to have a match with me this weekend, same time that Lachlan's having a match with Ryan, and Ben's away. So it's just a matter of whenever it'll happen. This year there are 3 people, 4 people that I desperately want to pull in Australia. I'd like to pull Brett Coots. I really think I can just finish that job. I don't feel like Brett's ahead of me. I feel like I'm ahead of Brett. It's just a formality. I'd like to just pin him. No worries at all. But then there's 3 guys that are ahead of me and that I think I'm the underdog against, which is Ryan Scott, Ben Carroll, and Lachlan Adair. I don't want to face Lachlan until we have each gone and faced Ryan Scott or Ben Carroll. I am certain Lachlan is the number 1 in Australia right now, and he's going to prove that this weekend. And after he's done that, and then I might get the chance to pull Ryan Scott. But there's no point in me pulling Lachlan in a formal match until the 2 of us have proven that we're ahead of Ryan Scott and Ben Carroll. But Ben Carroll's legit as anything, man. You guys know Ben Carroll. His performance at the Lottie 2 was mega. I think Ben and Lachlan is a must see as well. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna go back and look at some of these comments again. Can you win against Krasimir Wiliashvili? Krasimir. Well, Krasimir Kostadinov is actually someone that I would really love to go and train with. Visiting Bulgaria would be amazing. To train with Krasi and Jordan Sonev would be freaking awesome. I would love to do that. Bowen just hit a fat cycle and come to Zloty Hindenburg mode. Yeah, I don't know. How much size could I put on if I went full tilt? I don't know. I don't know. But all I am. I'm happy to be at the 95 kilos class. I wake up at 95 kilos right now, and that's where I will compete for Zloty Tour if it's on this year. I really hope it is. Well, just like Devin Laird said, Devin's backing me. Remember, don't forget, Devin's backing me to win Zloty this year. I know Devin and I like to be complimentary on our predictions for each other. Yes, I know. I've predicted him to win 6-0 against Saplenkov. There's a story. But anyway, I did predict that. And just a little bone to pick with all you YouTubers that try to tell me I'm not good at predicting matches because of my Devin Saplenkov prediction. I'll have you know that same year, there was a WAL predictions competition run by, what's his name? Guy from Arizona, Ryan, someone. Anyway, there was a competition run by the arm wrestling world on predictions, and I won it. I got the Wildstradamus Award. I beat everyone. Beat Devin, beat everyone. So it's not true. It's not true that I'm not a good predictor of matches. I think I'm actually all right. All right, what's going on? Sharon Remmers, top 5 in Zloty is okay. Sharon there, man. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. Sharon Remmers, if you guys don't know, go and follow Sharon Remmers on YouTube. He's a legend of the sport and is someone that I would actually love to group up with as well. And don't dare play Sharon Remmers in chess because he will crush you. I think Sharon is... What are you in? Are you a grandmaster, Sharon? I think Sharon's a grandmaster. I don't know. I'm like, in arm wrestling terms, Sharon is like a top eight guy. And in chess terms, for me, it's like I'm a second weekend novice puller. So don't take on Sharon in chess. But yeah, top 5 in Zloty, man. I think I can get that, Sharon, this year. If I look at who finished in the top 5 last year, I think I can do it. I just again, since Zloty last, what was 2019, Zloty really was an eye opener for me. It taught me a lot about the inadequacies that I have within my own game. For me, the biggest thing was center table strength. And I can't reiterate enough how much center table strength is valuable to me. I was a defensive arm wrestler before. I was a super match arm wrestler before, and I never really focused on center table strength and the killer instinct from go. And when I got to the Zloty Tour, I found myself being forced to start in positions due to the refereeing conditions and the style of the starts. I was starting in positions where I didn't have certainty in the security of my hand. It was in this unknown zone, and that left me in this like really weird place where I was like, I don't like it. Where what I'm used to is super match pulling, WAL pulling, Australian arm wrestling pulling, there's heaps of load before the go, and you establish in your hand and wrist the security before the go happens. And so Zloty Tour was a really big change for that, where there was all of a sudden no security. And so since then, that has been the focus of my training. It's you've seen it, Lachlan and I doing a lot of explosive starts from center table, and Krasimir Kostadinov really gave me a good push in that direction as well. But starting center table, starting in a awkward position where your hand and wrist doesn't feel strong, and making yourself confident, shadow boxing from there has been amazing. Josh Barker, thank you for the super chat, brother. He's got a question here. If you could train with any arm wrestler for a weekend, who would it be and why? Right now, there's a couple of people on my list that I would love for a few different reasons as well, man. If I could train with anyone right now, I would have to go. I would actually, if I could train with anyone right now, it would definitely, as much as I'm going to give a consolation prize to Michael Todd. He's not the one I'm going to pick, but I just want to say that I've wanted to grip up with Michael Todd for a long time. I've wanted to train with him. I've wanted to see what I can do to his hand and wrist, and how awkward he feels. I'd love to do that. So Michael is a consolation prize. But if I could go and train with anyone in the world right now, it'd be Sasho Andreev. Sasho, to me, represents a really unique position in the sport. I think he's the shortest elite that I know of that comes to mind. That I could be wrong, but it's certainly within the weight category that I'm in. And Sasha and I pretty much walk around at the same weight at the moment. I think he's like 5'1" or something. That's an exaggeration, but he's short. I don't know what he is, 5'4", something like that. But Sasha is an extreme, and so what that means to me, and the reason I like that, and I don't want to train with that, is for me, I feel like I become best when I experience everything there is to experience in arm wrestling. And I have no shortage of long, lanky people to pull with. I've pulled with Devin, I pull with Jordan Davis all the time. So I haven't experienced the mega short, mega supination style that is Sasha. And I would love to train with him, man. Honestly, and of course, I'd love to just see where my balance lies with him. Sasha has won just about everything there is to win in the world of arm wrestling within his region of the world, and so just to get a sense of where I balance with him would be ridiculously awesome. So if I think that's where I'd go, I'd be off to Bulgaria and tracking down Sasha for a training session. But good question, man. Thank you. Oh, all right, let's get back to the comments, see what's going on. Oh man, there's too many. Everything's gone past too quick. Hang on. Let's have a look. A weekend at Devin Larratt's place equals years of experience. Yeah, Devin's cool, man. It's always cool hanging out with him. And the reason I'd love to group up with Devin is just to get a measure on my progress and to get Devin's opinion on my progress, because Devin knows me probably better than anyone in the world when it comes to where I'm at as an arm wrestler. He met me in 2014. I pulled with him again in 2016. I pulled with him again in 2017, and even 2019 I pulled with him. So Devin has really felt my progress all along. And when I was last chatting with Devin, I was like, oh man, I wish I could group up with you, man, just to show you where I'm at. And he's like, dude, I know, I can see how much stronger you are than where you were before. But honestly, my feel with Devin now, I think where the balance would be with me and Devin would now have to protect center. Devin used to, for me, just give his hand and wrist away and give his rotation up and let me go for it, which is what you see Devin do all the time. But I think now if Devin did that to me and just gave me room, I think I'd get pins. And so I would like to feel the Devin that denies center, the Devin that's pronating and back pressure and high and not letting me get anything. I think that'd be great. And if that's where I'm at with Devin, that'd be freaking awesome, to be honest. So yeah, so gripping up with Devin would be cool, but still going to go Sasha as my first pick, just because I've never been to that part of the world. Yeah. Oh damn! What about the South Korean billionaire arm wrestler Harrison Smith? I wasn't aware there was one, but that's cool. Let's hope he falls in love with the sport and invests some of that money. Hey, Rooting Pig, £5. Oh man, £5. Thank you so much. That's super chat. That £5 is like $1,000 million in Australia. You guys' currency's worth a lot. So thank you. The catch, scary as. From Carle, do you think RVJ is really a lifetime natty? Look, I don't know. I don't care. I don't know. I'm not going to cast or make judgments on anyone in that respect. I think that topic is something that is up to every individual to handle in their own way. So one thing for me is I never question anyone on it. In small circles, you'll find in the sport that trust and communication is far more open. In the public space, it's very different. There's a lot of different perceptions out there. Some people get really upset. Some people don't care. Some people championing the idea either way. The reality is it's an individual's choice. And as for RVJ, I have no idea. RVJ's a weapon, so maybe, I don't know. Maybe he hasn't. I believe RVJ when he says he hasn't. I generally believe most people with whatever they say. It is fairly easy to see when people are, for the sake of publicity or for the sake of keeping their public appearance a certain way, denying something. But I don't think that's the case with RVJ. I think he's genuine. But like I said, the reason why people will publicly deny any performance-enhancing drugs at any stage is simply because of the backlash of whatever their circumstances are. Like I said, they might they might be in a position where there's just certain people in their life that they're not willing to say that to, and that's okay. That doesn't mean that they're someone who's denying it and being a dickhead about it or anything. Like I said, you'll find the more you get into the circles of trust with many people in the arm wrestling world, the more that they're willing to tell you their true story and pathway. But they will never share that pathway in a public sense, and so never expect it. You just it's a I always find it's a very dumb question to ask in a public arena. You will always, if you ask any significant arm wrestler in a public arena that question straight to their face, are you taking steroids or have you taken steroids or anything like that? I would say 99%, unless you're Micah Yellow, 99% of people are just going to just frustratingly dismiss that question. And if you can't understand the reasons why they would do that, then you're kind of missing the point. But like I said, if you want to know the truth about any one person in particular, the only way you're ever really going to get there is to um, genuinely earn that person's respect and trust, and then they might tell you what's going on. And so for RVJ, for me, I would never question the man when he says he's never taken anything. That's cool. I believe it in him. I don't see a reason not to. But yeah. Will you be? What else is going on? Something tells me you're always going to get screwed with the draw at Zloty. I still think you got a good chance this year. Yeah, the draws. I mean, the draw is a random draw at Zloty, so I think that it's it's random. It's last year for me. I drew Oleg Petrenko first round on left, and I drew what's his name? The guy who came second. Another Russian. I drew a Russian guy who came second. I can't think of his name right now. Anyway, I drew him first round on right. So I got a pretty tough draw last year where I could have got the easy draw. There were a couple of Indian guys there that were honestly, I don't think they were really that high level at all. I didn't get to face any of them. And yeah, you get one of those guys first round. It's like, oh, cool. It's kind of like pulling a high level amateur as your first round, which is very different to pulling Oleg Petrenko first round. But anyway, draws aside, I'm certain that I will put in a better performance at Zloty next time I go compared to what I did. And I don't. That's the thing. I don't actually think that I put in a bad performance. By my own standards, I was really happy with what happened at Zloty. It was all a learning experience. I will always go into every single tournament I ever pull full of self-belief, full of that I'm in the best form I've been in, and I'll always. I like the video I saw one time. Someone was imitating me or impersonating my voice, and they were talking about Levan, and they said, "Oh, look, I know that Levan's got more back pressure than me. I know that Levan's got more pronation than me. I know that Levan's got more side pressure than me, and I know that Levan's got more wrist flexion than me. But I'm pretty sure my pinky finger has got a slight edge on Levan, so there's a way." And that little meme really does encapsulate everything that I believe in respect to myself, in respect to my progress as arm wrestling, because there is always a way. That, like Devin's mentality of that crack, it's just about identifying the crack. The first job is to identify when you grip someone who is just simply way too strong for you. Vadim Alienkov, thank you, Krigi from Sweden Arm Wrestling TV, just reminded me who it was. Yeah. So when you grip someone who's just off the charts, way too strong for you, can't do a thing, your first objective as an arm wrestler is to just identify the crack. That's all. You're not trying to expose the crack. You're just trying to identify it. And you need to go searching and searching and searching and searching and searching. And eventually you'll see the horizon. You'll feel the horizon. And that horizon is a broad indicator of there's a crack over there somewhere. And that horizon is a sense of feeling like, ooh, there's almost enough for me to slow that person down in this area. And so once you've identified the broad area, you identify the crack, and then you shove a little wedge in the crack, and you keep exploiting the crack, and then you hide the fact that you know about the crack, and then you hide it even more, and then you hit the crack with a sledgehammer off the go without them seeing it coming. And sometimes it works. So when I say I went to Zloty and they all felt human, I had people love to quote me saying that Ryan's arrogant. Ryan thinks he's awesome. Ryan says Alienkov felt human. Ryan felt, well, yada, yada, yada. And people try to paint that as disrespect. It's in fact me just identifying the crack. identifying those things. And that doesn't mean that I'm able to necessarily beat them the next time or whenever, but it means I know where I need to develop my strength. And that's what makes arm wrestling fun for me, is identifying those little pathways, following those little pathways, and chasing them down, making that damn crack exposed. And so, will I do better at Zloty next time around? Yeah, I will. Oh, Levan sang in the Shvili's kidney. Ryan is simply delusional. Man, I feel like I should make a t-shirt with delusional or something. Would you guys buy it? I don't know. I might do a limited release just for the Levan Sanishvili kidneys of the world. Anyway, what else is going on? Looking back down at the comments there. How do that's what do we got? What do we got? All right. Maybe I just start doing the giveaways now. All right. I'm gonna do the giveaways. Okay. You guys have been very patient and waiting for this. 117 of you are in here right now. 45 minutes has gone by and I haven't given away a thing. So how this is gonna work is I'll give away the really boring stuff first. Where's the really boring stuff? All right. Here's the really boring stuff I'm going to give away. No one likes Todd Hutchins. Sorry, Todd. No, we love Todd. I'm just joking. Okay. We got a large Toddzilla Side Pressure King t-shirt. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a question. Now, I'm going to write this down on my notepad so I don't forget. I'm going to write down the username of the person that answers this correctly. And then that person needs to send me an email. Send the email to ryan@poundforpoundarmwrestling.com. And as long as it comes from the email that's associated with that username, then the prize is yours. And you just tell me your address and I'll send you this prize. Okay, so this is the large Toddzilla. Okay, and the first question I'm going to ask and need you guys to answer correctly is, I haven't pre-thought of these questions, so I'm making up on the spot, but it's going to be quiz questions about me in some way, shape, or form. All right. What was the name of this YouTube channel? The original name of this YouTube channel before anything else. What was the name of this YouTube channel? First person that I see type it is going to win. It's got to be spelled correctly. First. Barack Obama. No, it wasn't Barack Obama. No, it wasn't pound for pound arm wrestling. Everyone thinks it was pound for pound. No, it wasn't pound for pound. Wrong. Where's one of the old guards? There's got to be someone in here that's an OG that knows exactly what it is. No, it wasn't Ryan Bowen. Wasn't pound for pound. Wasn't pounds for pound. Oh, no one knows that. I'm surprised. Come on. One in here knows it. Start Googling if you want to work it out. No, not Blue Bowen. Redhead arm wrestling. No, arm assassin. No. No one's got it yet. Voice of arm wrestling. No. No, it's not Ryan Blue Bowen. The Daily Arm Wrestle. Oh, we're getting closer. It wasn't the Daily Arm Wrestle. That was a good TV series, or that was a playlist. The Daily Arm Wrestle. Kilo for kilo. No, quarter for quarter. Man, what's going on? Okay, you guys need a hint. It was the name of my supplement store when I had a supplement store. Oh, Monster. There we go. Ryan Yoda. It's close. Monster what? That's not enough. I need more. MONZTA. And then there was one more word. Monster something. What was it? Give it to me. So close. Come on. There it is. Monster products from High Gym. Congratulations, High Gym. You are the winner. High Gym. Send me an email. ryan@poundforpoundarmwrestling.com. And this Toddzilla t-shirt is yours. All right. One down. Okay. Let's go something else. What do we got next? Okay. This is one of my early release, very first tournament t-shirts. This is like a what do you call this? What is this made of? Polyester, something like that. Anyway, it's pretty cool. It's got all the original sponsors from my first event. This is when I pulled Justin Bishop. This is what was going down this sort of time. But anyway, this is a XL. So next question to win this one. All right, so I'm going to call this the XL blue shirt, t-shirt. All right, the next question will be, next question will be, how old was I when I got this scar? How old was I when I got this scar? And it's not a birthmark, it's a scar, if you're wondering. And the story of it was I was hit with a rock. But anyway, how old was I when I got this scar? Ooh, close. I'm seeing so many numbers. Close, no. Oh, no one said it yet. There we go. 7. The winner is, it's going past so quick. Hang on. The winner is, how do I say that? Hang on, let me find it. This is the username is SHWAYM2. Schwaym2. SHWAYM2. Man, Schwaym2. Well done. 7. I was 7 years old. I was at the athletics. I was at my little athletics club, and a kid threw a rock at me when I was in the long jump pit, hit me there. And weirdly enough, it's the only scar on my body that's never faded. I don't know why. It just hasn't. But anyway, Schwaym2. This is yours, brother. All right. Next. Okay. All right. This is a cool one. This is really cool. This is, like I said, this is like a piece of history. This is like there's only like 10 of these in existence. Okay. There's like literally 10 of these in existence. It was a ref's t-shirt that I had made when I went to the US for Paul Lynn and Paul Talbot to have a super match. And when I first faced Dan Mosier, Travis Bagent wore one of these. I think he still got one. I think Paul Lynn has one as well. I gave one to him. This was going to be my ref's t-shirt. And it's pretty sick, to be honest. This is a large. Like I said, this is essentially the last one in existence that I can give away. I don't have any more. And this one's cool. This is really cool, actually. I want someone really loyal to win this one. So let's get you a tough question. All right. Okay, tough question for this one. What's it going to be? I should have prepared these questions earlier. Hang on, sorry. I'll write down the ref t-shirt. Ref t-shirt large. Okay. Tough question. Okay. No, that's not tough enough. Okay. I got a question. This one you can research on YouTube. If you don't know it, you can quickly Google it and find it out, but someone's going to answer it quickly beforehand. Okay. Who was my first ever super match against? And bonus answers for what was the score in the super match. Who was the first super match I ever pulled? It's on YouTube. It's the video is right here on this channel, but who knows it? And it wasn't Engen. It wasn't Justin Bishop. Nope. Oh my goodness. People saying Justin Bishop, Alan Guerra. Man, I've been around so much longer than that. Not my dad. Not Chance Shaw. Not Mario Timbox. Not Brett Coots. Not Jordan Davis. Nope. No one's got it yet. No. Andrew Lee. Ooh, very close. Not Andrew Lee, but that Andrew Lee was my second. Jesse, yes, but Jesse who? I need the answer from Cody Ackers is giving me Jesse. I need the full name. Jesse who? Jesse who? It's a Jesse. Wasn't Andrew Lee. Jesse who? Jody Larrett. No, Andrew Lee. Lots of people saying Jesse. I need more information. Jesse who? Jesse Johnson. There we go. East Side Arm Wrestling. You are the winner. East Side Arm Wrestling. You've got it. Man, there's so many comments. All right. East Side Arm Wrestling. Jesse Johnson. You wrote 4-2 was the answer. Incorrect on the score. It was actually 6-0 to Jesse. Jesse smacked me. But it was actually a really good match. We went into it was actually a phenomenal match. We had 17 starts with slips and fouls and everything. And in every match I got within like 2 inches of pinning him, and then he pulled me back over. But anyway, East Side Arm Wrestling, congratulations. You are the winner. Please email me, East Side Arm Wrestling. email me at ryan@poundforpoundarmwrestling.com. Eastside Arm Wrestling. Yep. You're the winner of that one. Okay, that's a cool prize, man. Honestly, like I said, this is it's like a piece of history for the brand. One day when I've got 1 million subscribers in Pound for Pound Arm Wrestling is the Nike of arm wrestling, and everyone forgets where the brand started, you'll be able to say, hey, I got this t-shirt. It's like 1 in 10. It's the original refs t-shirt that Ryan came up with. So it's a pretty cool thing. All right, now I've got 2 more things to go. Okay, this red Arm Fights Unleashed hoodie. Okay, nothing on the back. So Arm Fights Unleashed, if you don't know what that was when I was doing when I dabbled in promoting super match events. I was trying to set up a structure. I was like, I could get this going on all around the world. I could get Arm Fights Unleashed happening in the US, in Europe, in Oceania, in Asia, and I was going to try to coordinate champions in each region and all that sort of stuff. And I was all going to do it through YouTube. And it's funnily enough that YouTube has now got to the point where it might have been possible. But anyway, that's a season that's come and gone. But I had made a few good hoodies in that time. And again, this one right here. Again, this is the only one. This is the only red one. I literally had some products sent to me from the manufacturer at the time. I just got some samples, and this is the sample of red. So there is no other ones out there. It's a extra large because that's the size that I was keen on wearing. So apologies if you're not an extra large, but extra large Arm Fights Unleashed. Okay, who wants it? Let's go. Let me write this down. XL red hoodie. Okay. Oh, is there controversy on the other guy said the full name? Did I miss something? Oh my goodness. Everyone's saying that I'm just reading now and saying that I don't know. Honestly, Jesse Johnson, the first one I saw was East Side Arm Wrestling. So sorry. I'm sticking with that. It was the first one I saw. I don't know if all your comments, does 100% of the comments come up? I don't know. I hope so. But anyway, Eastside Arm Wrestling got it. All right. So for this XL red hoodie, we got a new question. All right, we got a new question. We got to think about it. We got to think about it. We got to think about it. It's got to be a good question. Got to be a good question. Sorry, I really should have prepared these earlier. Question. Okay, interesting question. I don't know who's going to know the answer to this one. It's a good one. A little bit of a backstory before I ask the question on this one. So this question is revolving somewhat around my WAL match that I had with Alan Guerra. You guys know that I had John Brzenk in my corner, and now having John Brzenk in my corner was such an amazing experience for my professional arm wrestling debut. To have him there, it did something to my head. Like, honestly, I didn't think I could lose with John in the corner. And John actually didn't say that much to me in terms of specific tactics or anything like that. But what John did to me that day was just inject my freaking psyche with self-belief. With John just saying to me, when I was down 1-0 against Alan Guerra, John just said to me, you got this. It's yours. You know exactly what you got to do. You got it. And hearing John say those words simply changed everything. And you guys know what happened from there. But the question is, I want to know, when I was down 1-0 against Alan Guerra, John Brzenk made a bet with someone on the other side of the room. You can't see it. But if you go back, you can't see who that person is. They're not on the camera. But John Brzenk, you'll see, if you watch the match, he's doing this. He's saying, yeah, right, put the money on. John puts a bet on me to win when I'm down 1-0. The question is, who did he bet against? Who was the person? Not RBJ, not Bob Brown, not Michael Todd. Someone in the other room lost money, and John made money that night. Not Michael Todd. Michael Todd was there, but it wasn't Michael Todd. Not Bob Brown. Wasn't Jody Larrett. Wasn't Devon. Nope. It wasn't Mike Solaris. Who lost money? There it is. Eric Wolf. Oh my goodness. Schwame 2 gets another correct question. Man, you are on fire. Schwame 2? Man, that's amazing. Schwame 2 has just picked it up. Eric Wolf is the man. Well done. Well done. Eric Wolf. Yes, Eric Wolf bet on me, on Alan Guerra, and John Brasang took the match. So there we go. Schwame 2 gets the red hoodie as well. You are killing it, man. Well done. Red hoodie goes to Schwame 2. Man, cleaning up. Well done. All right, guys. There's only one to go. One to go. And it's a gray hoodie. All right. It's the same. XL. Again, same story. One of a kind. Doesn't exist anywhere else. Hang on. People tell me Josh won it. Let me check. Let me review. Hang on. I got to go back and review now the comments. All right. I'm scrolling up. I'll try to give it to the right person. Let me see. Hang on, I gotta find it again now. It's too many comments. Where to go? Man, whoever was spamming RBJ, Connor Murphy, you're killing me, man. You're killing me. Where to go? I'm trying to find this damn correct answer again. Too many comments. Oh, man. Where is it? Oh, okay, hang on. Scroll down. I've gone too far up now. I'm going to find it. And we're going to clear up exactly who won this. Michael Todd. Lots of people were saying Michael Todd and Devon Larrett. No. I see it as Schwame 2. I don't see anyone saying Eric Wolf before Schwame 2. I swear. I'll screenshot it. I don't know. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. All right, I'm going to come back to where the live comments are. Because I'm losing track. All right. Everyone's saying, oh, Connor Murphy. Seriously, I'm gonna block you in a second. Hang on, how do I even do that? How do I hide your comments? Hide user comments. Here it comes. Goodbye, Connor Murphy. Connor Murphy. As soon as I can work this out. Hide user on this. There we go. All right. Connor Murphy will be hidden. Connor Murphy can no longer spam us. Thank you, Connor, for your spam. All right. So, okay. Yeah, I do need a moderator. This is crazy. Yeah, Connor Murphy. Don't worry, he's gone. He's done. He's still watching, but he just can't comment. Hi, Connor. Hope you're doing well down there. Does anyone know Connor Murphy? I don't know Connor Murphy. Hello. Anyway. Look at I'm getting all these notifications. Hang on. Josh Barker's messaging me directly. Let me see. What did you say, Josh? The Jesse Johnson one I got first. Which one was? I'll review it, Josh. Don't worry. I'll review it. I'll send you something. I'll send you a price. Anyway, all right. We got one to go. The grey hoodie. 2.5 million subs. Doom Vision, you've been subbed since I had 400? Oh my goodness. You're the man. All right. Okay. Final question. For the grey Fights Unleashed. One of a kind hoodie. Doesn't exist anywhere else. This is the only one. It's an XL. It's soft. It's comfortable. It feels good. Okay. The final question. What's it going to be? The final question. hard trying to remember stuff about my own story that's interesting. That's a good question. It's not so easy. But let's get there. Okay. All right. No, that's a boring question. Don't want to do that one. That one's too boring. That one's too boring. Um, mm, 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 mm. All right. This one's an easy question. Okay. It's very, 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 very easy. So be fast. Okay. Okay. So be really fast on this one. Have your fingers ready. It's going to be easy. Okay. But, all right. I like that everyone's writing 44% right now, thinking that's the question. That's a good guess. And vectors, because all the catchwords that are associated with my story are now coming out. Okay, but no, that's not the answer. The question is right now. What color is your hair? This is some funny stuff. I gotta stop reading your comments. Okay, the question is, and I'm watching very closely to see who comes up first. Who did I pull in arm wars on right hand? Who was it? Right hand in arm wars. Who did I pull? Watching closely, watching closely, watching closely. It was my true. No, it wasn't Dallas Langston. It wasn't Jordan. It wasn't Mosier. Over the top, Travis Patient. No. Bama Bull. No. Daniel Mosier. No. People don't know. Justin Bishop. No. Oh my goodness. No. No, it wasn't Bradley Vanilla Gorilla. Oh, yeah, there's a close one there. Anil, I need a surname. It was an Anil Najran. There we go. Difan wins. You're the man, Difan. We're the first man to say Najran. Anil Najran. All right, so there we go. Difan wins the grey hoodie. All right, DIFFAR. DIFFARN. All right, guys, man, that was fun. Thank you. Look, so if you are a prize winner, and if I please do forgive me if I got it wrong. If people said it and I didn't read the comment or whatever, I swear, I swear I'm just going off what I can see. But anyway, if you're a prize winner, please email me, Ryan at poundforpoundarmwrestling.com. Send me your mailing address and I will send you these prizes. Yeah, it's funny because these prizes, these odds and ends have been sitting in my stock room for the last few months, and I've not known what to do with them. I've been like, man, what do I do with these things? And I just randomly had the idea tonight. I was like, I'm gonna give these damn things away, and have a bit of fun, have a bit of a chat whilst we do it. So I'm glad we've done that now, and I might do this sort of thing again when I get random dregs of products and testing and all that sort of stuff that's going on. So yeah, but I'm literally picking up tomorrow from my manufacturer some brand new product lines. So I'll be able to show you those. I think the caps, I hate them. I hate the caps. You know, the caps with the flat brims. Anyway, they're going to come out tomorrow. And I've got tank tops coming tomorrow, I think, as well. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going to be on poundforpoundarmwrestling.com. So yeah, man, I'm glad it was really, really fun listening to some of you guys' answers too. This was harder than my exams, says the basic. Oh, good stuff. Anyway, Levon Sangnishvili's heart was racing. And that's an interesting sentence to say right there. That's an interesting one. Man, look at the viewers dive now. Now that the prizes are over there, everyone's just bailing. Oh my goodness. We've just dropped from 115 live down to 77 like that. Ronan Unleashed. Yeah, man, I've got 3XLs. I can hit you up. All good. Canada trip. Man, Canada trip will happen. I don't know when. Like I said, it's just COVID. Honestly, you guys know me. You know that as soon as COVID is over, I will be traveling. That's what I'm blessed to call arm wrestling a career. This is everything I do. So I will be traveling in Canada. Yes, yes, yes to everywhere. I'll go everywhere as soon as I'm allowed to. I'll go everywhere. Um, well, I saw a question I want to answer now. I've lost it. Mm, 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 mm. I reckon I could get a shirt that fits Levan. Someone's saying I couldn't fit him. Marcus, they fit Marcus Attirai. My 3XLs fit Marcus Attirai, and he's 160 kilos. Joseph Chu says, I'm really looking forward to the handles. Yeah, I've got products being developed: wrist wrench, multi-spinner, cuppinator. They're the first 3 handles that I'm going to release. They're coming soon. I've been told by my manufacturer that they're sending them in the mail tomorrow. So then it'll take a week and a half to get here. Then I've got to approve them. Then they've got to make the bulk of them, and then they'll be ready. So it might be like a month away from handles, but it's coming. I saw a question somewhere. Someone had a question about RVJ. I didn't get to read it all. What was it? Where'd it go? No, it's gone. I can't see it anymore. Too many comments. Sharon Remmers says you are better in a super match than an arm wrestling competition. Yeah, it's interesting. I agree, Sharon. Of my last 10 super matches, I lost the first round, I think, in 7 of them. Yeah, so yeah, that's 7 eliminations if they were a tournament, and yet I won them. So it's interesting. I don't know what that, to me, what that says about me as an arm wrestler is that I'm quite adaptive, but I'm not an aggressive center table arm wrestler. That's why I put so much effort on trying to become a center table arm wrestler so I can be better prepared for Zloty. But yeah, here's a question that I think I saw from LL Warm J. Oh, very, very good username there, LL Warm J. Ryan, do you still feel confident about facing RBJ? Your videos with Lockie, 1 minute you look really strong. Next Lockie seems on another level. Is that just down to who's fresher? It's a good question. Yeah, I feel confident if I was to face RBJ. Of course I do. Nothing's changed. RBJ, if ever I am to face him, I think he's human at the end of the day. He's a legend in his own respects of the sport. He's been 17 years of dominance. He walked into the sport and was incredibly dominant straight away. He's got pins on Brazank, for goodness sake. So that says enough there. And when I trained with John, he said to me, he said, Ryan, RBJ will feel just like I do in terms of his hand control. So RBJ's a beast. But do I feel confident against him? Yeah, of course I do. I'm just not scared of anyone that's in my weight category in the world. I would have a crack at anyone and think that I have a chance. And I enjoy that pursuit. I enjoy that. And against RBJ, yeah. But in respect to the Lachlan and many things, the videos that come out of Lachlan and I training are always interesting. They're a mixture of fatigue and readiness. But like I said, Lachlan is prepared for a super match right now. That is a very big super match. So, yeah. How tall am I? I'm 186 centimeters tall, which is 6'1.5". If I qualify for top 8, 95 kilos, will I leave WOW? Well, first thing is I'm not actually a contracted WOW athlete. I was contracted for a year from that WAL match that I had. That was a long time ago. I don't think that they're in a position to offer me another contract or anything like that. And I wouldn't sign up to a long-term contract now with the WAL if it precluded me from anything. I really do want to pull the top 8. I would love to qualify for that 95 kilo top 8 and pull that. I would see you at Arm Wrestling TV, Sweden Arm Wrestling TV. Thanks for tuning in, man. But yeah, I would really love to pull that top 8, 95 kilos, qualify for that. So but what I would push for with WOW is, and I think WOW's quite accommodating to it. They're quite happy to allow both. I would like to, if WOW wants me to pull any of their guys, I would definitely do it. But I would need to do it on just an event-specific contract. I wouldn't be signing up for a couple of years or anything like that. I would, and I think that the leagues are coming around to that. I think that they're ready to say, yep, that's cool. We want you for one match, but we respect that you still want to go and pull other places. So yeah, that's cool. All right, thanks for everyone who's tuned in. And I have a sore throat right now. It's not COVID. if you don't know, like I said, I had surgery yesterday. I got big swelling here. They during the surgery, the doctor said to me, "You're going to wake up with a sore throat," because they intubated me during that, and they doing all this surgery in my mouth and whatnot. And so after talking for this long now, I'm realizing that my throat is sore. I need some water. Give me 2 seconds. All right. I didn't get water. I got some juice. But anyway, I need some liquid. I was just reading some of the comments. Have I ever pulled Tom Holland? It would be a good match. Tom's actually one of those guys like Sasha that I would love to pull because he's weirdly unique. Tom is exceptionally long in the arm and hand, and unlike Jordan Davis, who's a top roller, Tom Holland's a hooker. And I would freaking love to pull with Tom Holland and see what happens. I'd go straight into the hook with him, and I'd be like, "Ooh, let's see what." I reckon I could pin Tom Holland on the first surge, but I could be wrong. I really could be. That man does some freaky things with bicep curls, bigger than I can imagine, more than I can do. But I think that my tight side pressure, I think I could pin him before he gets his long gangly rotation in. Oh man, Ryan Yoda just upgraded your membership to private coaching. Yeah, hell yeah, brother. High five to Ryan Yoda. I never knew that notification would come up during a chat. That's friggin' awesome. All right, so Ryan Yoda, you're the man. You've just upgraded to private coach. That means that Ryan Yoda. So you and me, man, we're going to be doing face-to-face calls 4 times a month, sorting your stuff out, whatever it is you want to do. Table technique, gym programming, tournament prep, analyzing a certain opponent that's coming up, whatever, man. It's on. Good stuff, Ryan Yoda. You're the man. Look at that. Look at that. Get some sleep, Blue. People are saying it's 2:15. I want to make some more videos. Right now, I'm at a point in life where this career, this YouTube career, is really starting to take hold. It just really is. It's really getting to the point where I like that someone just said a private juicing consultation from Kale. Yeah, man. Hey, if you want to hit me up, I'll share all the knowledge I know about juicing. Anyway, yeah, this YouTube career is just starting to reach the point where it's actually pretty legit, like just standalone, just the YouTube earnings, irrespective of third-party sponsors, irrespective of anything else I do outside. Just the YouTube earnings are actually getting to a point where, yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's exciting. So when I see that, it makes me want to work hard. Like you guys have seen how many videos I've put out in the last couple of weeks, and that's kind of the new normal for me. I'm really friggin' enjoying putting out content. I love the breakdown videos. I love I love what Rob Vigent hates that I'm doing, where I press pause and then I talk about something. Rob, if you happen to watch this video all the way up to here, happy for you to do a review. Press pause and tell me how much you hate it, because that's cool. But anyway, I'm enjoying the breakdowns. One of my things that I really like is that I like the technical analysis of the sport. It's where I started in this sport. I started in such a way where I was not strong. I was not a strong guy when I first started. And so I identified for me personally that the pathway that was going to get me to the highest level possible was to first of all understand the sport in its really detailed intricacies, and then get strong in the little things that mattered most. And so technical analysis was where everything began for me. I studied matches really intensely. I dream about arm wrestling, and I would always ask the question, why is this position worth it? Why does this create an opportunity? Why does that create an opportunity? Why does every movement create an opportunity? And so for me, breakdowns became a natural piece of content. And I love doing these breakdowns now where through use of fair use policy. And the cool thing is you guys have seen that I've been doing WAL breakdowns. I've been doing breakdowns from the PAL. All of these content creators, Turner Sports, WAL, they're all happy. I've spoken to all of those guys and they're good. there's no copyright issues anywhere. So Rob, hello to you. I love Rob, just so you know. He's a good dude, he is. But anyway, those guys, they're good. So you're going to see lots more breakdowns. The arm wrestling world feeds me so many opportunities of amazing matches to talk about. And if I can share with you guys content that is particularly of that nature and you guys enjoy it, then hell yeah, I'm up for it, man. And it's growing my channel more. Mindogus Terrasota says my hook is stronger than Ryan's, just saying. Mindogus, man, I don't know. Mindogus, I don't know. I don't know if you would go to. I gripped up. I. Mindogus, what's the name of your training partner from Lithuania? I gripped up him on the after table before I pulled with. After I pulled with Herman. I pulled with Herman, and then I pulled with your man. He's a lightweight. I know. What's his name? Mindogus, tell me his name. Clytus, there it is. So I gripped up with him. You saw me pull him. I don't know. Obviously, you're ahead of Clytus. But I don't know, man. I like against Clytus, I gave him time. I was chilled. He was done at that point. Yeah, I was pretty done at that point too. I guess the bubbles of speculation is all that we've got to work with. But I don't know. I would happily go into a hook with you. I don't know. I feel like if you and I went into a hook, Mindogus, you would try to top roll out of it. I don't think you'd get all supinated and jam up with me. I don't think so. Think about all those Todd Hutchin years I did. Man, that elbow of mine feels good. Anyway, it's something I'd love to do. Mindogus, you are one of the people on this planet that I genuinely just want to grip at some point when there's some degree of relative freshness. The only time I think Lucas and I have touched hands twice. One was in Moldova. It was literally as I was walking out the building. Mindogus said, we gripped up in the foyer. Mindogus said, "Hey, Ryan." We gripped up and we kind of loaded up and we had our elbows floating in the air, and that was it. We didn't get to do anything, and we kind of like nodded and like, yeah, cool. And then the second time was as Lodito, like I said, in the back halls of Lodito, and Mindogus trashed me, walked all over me. I couldn't do anything. But at that stage, again, I was super mega flared by then. So once you're at that point, it's hard to tell what's worth what. But I do know, and I do respect Mindogus to the as high level as I can. So yeah, you and I need to group up, man, on a practice table somewhere someday. Tony Farina, thank you, man. $5. Ryan, keep doing what you're doing, bud. I'm at the end of my first year in the sport, and you and a few others have been a true inspiration. Thank you, Tony Farina, man. That does mean a lot to me. It's at the end of the day, this sport is such a cool thing, man. The community is really, really different from other sports. I experienced the same thing that a year into the sport for me, I was amazed at how open and how welcoming the community was. So I really appreciate those kind of words, man. Yeah, I'm glad that I've been able to give you some value, some inspiration, whatever it is. So yeah, really appreciate it, man. What else is going on here? Test your strength, your grip strength, Ryan. Levant Sanglish Billy's kidney. I was just talking about that with Lachlan Adair today. I'm going to do it. I don't own any Captains of Crush. I used to own the brand Heavy Grippers, but when I moved house, I've somehow misplaced them. So I need to buy myself some more grippers. And I need to do that because I want to know what I can close. But also, I owe you guys a video where I get Marcus Satirai and the Brisbane 8, the 8 guys, the 8 mysterious guys. I owe you guys a video with at least 8 guys that can close some pretty serious grippers. So I'm going to do that. Dear fam, thank you for sending me the hoodie, man. I mean, the email. Question from Sharon Ramos. How many percentage do you think you can improve more until you reach the top of the mountain? Good question, Sharon. Sharon, I think that I am. It's a really interesting question. I haven't felt the sense of a ceiling yet. I just haven't. I felt my evolution 2013 to 2017 was all hand. and then 2017 through to 2018, 19 was back pressure, side pressure. And where I'm at now, I feel my elbow is properly ready now. I feel my elbow is properly ready, but I actually feel like the next evolution is going to be back to my hand again. I think hand is going to be the most important thing for me in the next 2 years. I feel like my side pressure is pretty. It's complemented, so I don't sense yet a feeling of a limitation. I feel like I'm still able to get stronger considerably. Um, I've always had people of like Devon. I've always had people like Angan say to me, "Ryan, you are a really good arm wrestler. You just need to get strong." And the good thing is, I think strength is the inevitable part. I think if you love this sport and you simply don't stop, which is exactly what I do. I love this sport so much that I know I'm not going to stop. Not at all. Um, that it's a sport that just rewards consistency. And so, given how much I love it, and given that it is my career, and therefore I get to do this every day, every day I try. I truly believe that the sport will give back to me a very long and consistent rise in my competitive potential. So, to put a percentage on it, I think I've at least 44% more improvement. Sorry, I had to do it. No, but seriously, um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to know. Oh man, I'm seeing all these comments about Josh. Josh, like I said, I'm gonna send you something, man. Don't worry. I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you a prize. I promise you. All right. Ronan, seems you still got a ways high you can go. I think I can. I feel like I've said that I feel like when I'm 40 years old, I just suspect that that's going to be my peak. That's 4 years away from now. That'll be 12 years into the sport for me when I'm 40. And like I said, my dad was at his strongest when he was 40. When I talked to John Brzank, he talks about how strong he was at 40. I feel like 40 is going to be a great age. Uh, it's very cool. I've booked my super match with Devon for when I'm 40. He's 50. Uh, Depends if the rules have been changed. If he's still allowed to do his King's move to the complete extent, and then he might be in trouble. But anyway, I feel like there's room still. There's a lot of room. And the good thing is, I want to be. I'm going to do this till I die. I want to be 80 years old and arm wrestling my grandchildren, and still be able to match it with my 30-year-old grandchildren when I'm 80, and laugh with them. So Sharon says, so you will not be disappointed if you will not reach your goal. No, look, Sharon, I like that question. It allows me to explain kind of my perspective on this. Like, I have goals. Of course, I have goals that I like. My biggest goal in terms of as an arm wrestler, I'd like to be remembered as one of the greatest of all time. I honestly would. I'd love to get to that point where people ask the question, could peak Ryan have beaten peak John? If I can ever get to the level of that, that's the goal to its fullest extent achieved. And if for that goal to happen, it's going to take a long, consistent time. And I'm cool for that. I'm in for the long, consistent time. I think I can get there. I'm not one of those guys who gets there through genetics straight away, but I am that guy who's willing to just keep on working no matter what. And it's hard to bet against the guy who keeps on working no matter what. So we'll see how I can get, but I'm not. Will I be disappointed if I don't get there? Not at all, man. I love this sport for what it is. Already this sport is giving so much back to me. The journey, the experiences, the people I'm meeting, the places I'm seeing in this world, the fun I'm having doing it, the fact I get to call this sort of stuff a career. How could I ever be disappointed? Honestly, I just simply couldn't be disappointed that if I don't make it. And so I've already ticked off so many of the goals that I started with, and I always have immediate goals, I have intermediate goals, and I have the ultimate grand goals. And as long as I'm still kicking around and still alive and healthy, family's good and all that sort of stuff, then yeah, I don't think there's a result that can disappoint me. Not at all. Love it too much. Yeah. From Cody Geck, hey Blue, it would be interesting to hear where your income comes from, as far as for what percent comes from YouTube, competing merchandise, etc. That's a good question, Cody. Happy to answer that for you. So my earnings on YouTube. Let me have a look exactly right now. Okay, my earnings on YouTube. I don't know. Can you see that? Oh, hang on. Come on, camera. Okay, can you see it? It says $2,322.44. That's US dollars in the last 28 days. So clearly, $2,300 US in a month. It's not really enough to live off alone, is it? So 2,300 US dollars in the last 28 days. But like I said, I'm very blessed that life has worked out pretty well for me in a few different ways. I have a military pension. I was in the military for 7 years, and I was in a parachuting accident, and I get a military pension from that, so that helps. I have some investments I own a couple of other businesses as well. I'm a part owner of a real estate agency. I'm a part owner of a escape room. They help me pay the bills, and I help deal in the back works of those businesses in a marketing sense and a strategy sense, fam. So they pay. I have third-party sponsors, and then I have poundforpoundarmwrestling.com. And then random things like prize money. I normally could rely on them, but when COVID was not killing travel, I used to do events with Travis and whatnot, and make a few grand each stop, kind of thing. So this career for me has been something that's like I am happier earning this amount of money and doing it this way than I could ever. If you offered me a $2 million salary to be not doing this and to be in a 9-to-5 job doing something else, I would stay here. I would. I want it. This is, yeah. You want to hear my parachuting accident story from James? All right, I can do that one. Oh, and the other question, do you think Arm Wrestling TV is making 7 figures from his channel? Yeah. If anyone wants to know, look, the place to go, if you want to know what a YouTube channel is earning, go to noxoninfluencer.com. Noxon Influencer will give you a pretty damn accurate appraisal of what their channel is earning in a month. It'll give you a broad brush, but it'll show. And yeah, Arm Wrestling TV is killing it. Okay, so my parachuting accident story. So I was in the Australian Army. I joined straight out of high school. I went to Ordnance Corps, which was warehousing and logistics. That was boring, but then I got to specialize in aerial delivery. And I went to the USA. I was in Fort Lee in Richmond, Virginia, is where I did my training to become a parachute rigger. One of the interesting things about that was that, I was Lieutenant Bowen at the time. I was a Captain Bowen by the time I got out, but Lieutenant Bowen was me. And I was at Fort Lee in Richmond, Virginia, learning to pack parachutes, learning to throw cargo out of planes and whatnot. And one interesting story was the qualifying test for learning to pack parachutes is actually to jump your own parachute. So I'll tell you what, I've never been more nervous in my life than jumping out of a plane with the parachute on my back that I did, and no one else has checked it. That was legit a scary moment. But that was the final exam, jumping my own parachute. So the good thing was that's not where the accident happened. So I don't have to blame myself. But the accident happened. It was just a standard jump. We were just jumping out of what was the aircraft? I forget. In Australia, we jump out of C-130s. I forget what it was there in the US, but it was just a standard aircraft. Mass trip insertion, low altitude jump. Hey, Josh Smith, $20, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that support, brother. Thank you. I was in an aircraft, mass tube insertion. It was like jumping from 1,000 feet, so really low stuff. And they just made a miscalculation on the wind, and we all jumped out. and a really large percentage of us missed the drop zone. We're in non-steerable canopies, so the old what was it, T30 canopy. So it's non-steerable. You just go where the wind takes you. And the purpose of those non-steerable canopies is so that troops don't get entangled in the air. Because you can imagine if a whole battalion worth of soldiers are jumping out of an aircraft at the same time, if they're all steerable canopies, people are going to steer into each other. So the mass troop insertion, just everyone drifts like this down to the ground, and you go wherever the wind goes. And like I said, they didn't calculate the drop correctly. The wind was higher than they expected, and a big percentage of us missed the drop zone. What that meant is I landed on as the ground where I landed was sloping. It was just in a farmer's paddock or something like that. But I landed on the side of a hill, the side of a ditch. And as I landed, I just had my chin down on my chest, my elbows tucked in. I did all the drills right. But the instant I hit the ground, massive sharp pain in my back. And turns out I ruptured the L4, L5 disc completely. And there was no moving. I thought I'd broken my back at the time. I was like, oh shit, what is going on? Like any left and right movement, any forward back movement was a massive nerve in the back, just like felt like an electric shock going on. And so I was like just scared to move. I didn't move. I got stretched back, and they confirmed, they did scans and all sorts of stuff. They confirmed there was no break of the back and whatnot, and so that was a relief. It was just identified that it was the disc that was the issue. But the road to recovery on that was long. It was really long. I didn't walk unassisted for about 1.5 years, and that's why often you'll see photos of me as my start point in arm wrestling where I look incredibly weak and wasted away. And that photo is actually a photo of me when I was at the bottom of my recovery. Like all my muscle had atrophied because I was quite fit and strong as a soldier, but I lost all of it because I was just bedridden. I couldn't put my own shoes on. I couldn't roll over in bed. I couldn't do anything for about 1.5 years. I walked with a cane then for another 6 months, and it was nasty. It was like it would just these nerve attacks would happen out of nowhere, and it took so long for me to rebuild the integrity of my back. Even to this day, every now and then I get the feeling that like I'm walking on eggshells, and that it just happens every now and then. It's like, oh shit, there's that L4, L5 issue again. It's getting far less. I can essentially be normal now. There was a time when it affected arm wrestling. It doesn't anymore. But that's the story, man. That's the story of the parachute accident. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people, Ronan's done his back. A few people saying they've done their back. Your backs are nasty. My fiance has broken her back before, so it seems to be cool. My dad's got a bad back. Everyone's got a bad back. Oh, you stopped watching The Fix to say g'day. Oh, how crazy is that? From Not Lab, Neil Crept. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know about it, but I'm trying at the moment. We're petitioning Neil to start doing The Fix live. I don't know. I feel like that'll really lift up everything if we can do The Fix live. I think it'll be freaking awesome. So we'll see what happens there with Neil on that. But I think I'm filming tomorrow we'll do another 2 episodes with the fellas. Yeah. How good would it be live? I agree. Everyone would love it. The immediate feedback and the ability for you guys to ask questions on the fly would be freaking awesome. Yeah. All right. I'm going to pass this on to Neil that everyone wants to fix live. Okay. It seems to be pretty unanimous. Yeah. All right. What else is going on? Let's see. Did I miss any questions? It's almost 3 a.m. here. I'm starting to talk quieter now, just calming down the voice. Oh, we've got another super chat from Fry Rose. Devon v Monster prediction. The question, the big question, the whole world is asking right now. Devon v Monster prediction. Interestingly, I have a very bad track record on predicting Devon, which you guys know. It's always a tricky one. I feel like when I make a prediction about Devon or about Michael, I feel like both guys. I know. I feel like I can upset either one of these guys by predicting against them. I feel like I can upset Michael more than I could upset Devin. I don't think Devin really cares, but at the same time, there's this unspoken law between Devin and I where we've kind of always backed each other, and we always get it wrong. He backed me to beat Justin, and I lost. I backed him to beat Saplenkov, and he lost. I backed him to beat Michael the first time, and he lost. Um, and I don't know where it's at. So I feel like there's a big part of me that I just feel this thing inside me that says, Ryan, if you bet against Devin, he's going to win. And if you bet on Devin, he's going to lose. I feel that. So how much do I take into account that feeling, and how much do I take into account just the logic of what's going on? So I'll present it a few ways. In terms of the logic of what's going on, there's a few things. I think Michael right now is at the strongest he's ever been. I truly think that. I think he spent so much. I think he came in so hot this year in the hope of facing Levan. His time in Dubai, really motivated in his YouTube career, really motivated to become an individual arm wrestling brand, and therefore he has worked. I think he's had reason to and motivation to work like he's never worked before, because the harder he works, the more his business grows, and the more his business grows, the more comfortable his life is, and the less stress there is in life. And so I think Michael has had this amazing formula for his own motivation. So I think Michael is at the strongest he's ever been. I also think that Michael has developed his game. I think that Michael has the ability to even potentially flash pin Devin. If you watch my recent breakdowns of the match, I think that Michael has more center table strength than Devin. I think if the fight is wrist on wrist and it's center table, Michael can commit shoulder more than Devin can. I think Michael's elbow will stand up to more pressure than Devin's can. On the other hand, I believe Devin truly has a better hand control, a way better hand control than Michael. I think Michael has good fingers and good clamping drag, but if we're talking the story of cupping, of supinating, of pronating, of dragging, of chopping, then I think Devin wins every day of the week against Michael. So it presents a match that is really the rule system. The table's going to be a factor as well. I don't think they're going to be on WL pads. So I think that means that we're going to see less Kings moving than we are expecting. I think everyone's saying that it's going to be this double Kings move. I don't think it's going to be. We're not going to see two guys under the table. I think we might see two guys in an open top roll, but they're going to be very high above the table still. My prediction's this. I think Michael's going to win. I think Michael's going to win. The reason I think Michael's going to win is because the last thing I said, I don't think this is going to be a double Kings move match. I think there's going to be enough energy forward that I think Michael's going to get enough of a chance to use that center table strength, to use that superior center table elbow commitment. I think he's ready to pull the trigger on that early enough to get him the win. I think it's actually going to be more classical arm wrestling than anyone expects. Oh man, did I just say Michael's going to win? Shit. Sorry, Devin. The more I think about it, it's a hard match to predict. The one thing about these guys is they've always been on a knife edge. Every single time they've faced whether it's in a legit arm wars, whether it's in a WL, whether it's in a garage, these guys grind it out. And between Michael's never say die attitude and Devin's technical ability to just find a way, oh my goodness, it's a knife edge. And like I said, I'm backing Michael this time. I'm backing Michael. But yeah, as Fry Rose has just said in a super chat, if Devon comes in shaved head, yeah, I agree. Shaved head Devon is the bad Devon. That's the badass Devon. I totally agree. Totally agree. Oh man, Josh Barker's hitting me with some crazy questions. Favorite pullers from every weight class, under 80, under 90, under, oh man. That's too much. That's too much of a question, Josh Barker. Shit. My favorite puller under 80. Daniel Prokopchik. How's that? I love Daniel Prokopchik's ability to hook. He's incredibly articulate in the way he teaches as well. I've watched his channel. I've like, shit, I like the way Daniel Prokopchik trains. I'm a big fan of him. He's from Moldova. Daniel Prokopchik. I watched him pull Mindaugas in Moldova. Freaking awesome battles. And I just think he's a freaking badass as a hooker. Dude is so good. Big fan of Daniel Prokopchik. Under 90. Under 90. Under 90. Favorite puller under 90 would be that's another good question. Oh man. Favorite puller under 90. My brain is foggy. Hang on. Let me have a drink whilst I think. I don't want to say another hooker because I've already just said Daniel. But you heard me mention Sasha before. I'm a big fan of him, but I'm not going to go Sasha. Can I? This guy is. I don't think the guy I'm about to say is not an amazing arm wrestler in terms of his technical ability, but he's just a good dude. I like this guy. I'm talking about Dan Mosier. I think Dan's actually one of the nicest guys I've ever met. Super friendly dude, super accommodating to me when I visited his hometown, stayed at his place, and his lovely wife fed me. Really generous people. They came to Australia. We toured the Blue Mountains. I took them around, showed them all Australia's got to offer, and he's just a really good dude. Plus, honestly, I think Dan Mosier will win a world title, whether it's in the WAL, whether it's in Zloty. I think he's going to win a world title. He's going to, and he deserves it. He's a bad dude. He can do things to super heavyweights that is just amazing. I think it's funny. I say all this because I say all this at the same time as I believe I can beat him. But he's such a badass dude. His weapons are really unique. I think when we talk about side pressure kings, I know Todd Hutchins has sustainable side pressure, but Dan Mosier has phenomenal side pressure for his body weight. He genuinely has phenomenal side pressure off the go. Really, really impressed with him. Yeah. All right, and then it was under 100. Shit. Under 100. Favorite puller under 100. Oh man, this is a complex question. Man, I don't know. I can't think right now. It's too late. You're gonna have to hit me up for this question another time. Oh man, there's too many. Too many. Sorry, can't do it, Josh. I'm fried. I'm fried. It's 3 a.m. I'm fried. Been live for an hour and 50. It's amazing. Anyway, all right. One more question, two more questions maybe, and then I'm going to call it a night. If anyone wants anything urgently answered, hit me up. Don't make it too deep. Yeah. Ryan, why does RVJ look 20 kilos heavier than you? Left from Levan saying to fill his kidney. You had some good comments and questions tonight, Levan saying to fill his kidney. Um, why does RVJ look heavier than me? There's 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 two types of bodies out there in the arm wrestling world: the ones that look good and the ones that don't. And I firmly fit into the category of the ones that don't. Um, no matter what I do as a strength athlete, I will never look like an RVJ. I will never look like a Lachlan Adair. Those two guys are good examples of people that look good. RVJ, big biceps, big forearms. Yeah, where my type of body, it just gradually gets thicker everywhere, and it doesn't appear to be anything. I assure you that if I'm standing next to RVJ, the comparison is very different. You won't, like, in a digital sense, when you see a picture of RVJ, you see a picture of me, it makes sense that everyone would think RVJ is so much bigger, but he's not. The reality is he's not. Um, and that's a comment. That reality or that perception is often realized when every single time I've traveled overseas and met people that for the first time that haven't yet seen me in person. It is very consistently a comment that I receive that they go, "Oh wow, you're a lot bigger than I thought you were." So yeah, I think that yeah, that's the answer. That RVJ looks bigger, but he's not. I think RVJ is actually quite big right now. I believe from chatting with RVJ in the recent weeks, I think he was like 220 to 225 pounds. So he's quite big, and I think he's embracing potentially going up to the heavyweights. Um, and my weight at the moment, 95 kilos, 210. So we're both RVJ and I are the same height. I think he's 6'2". I'm like 6'1" and a half. So we're half an inch within each other. But yeah. But anyway, all my life I have had people say, "Wow, you're stronger than you look." When RVJ talks about genetic gifts, I actually think that I am very genetically gifted, not in appearance, but in strength. All my life as a kid, I was able to do things that just naturally no one else could do. Untrained, I would win shot put as a kid and go to state titles, and I would win javelin, and never knowing how to throw a javelin, I'd win state titles in javelin. And when I was a tennis player, I had the fastest serve in junior tennis, and I could I could just do stuff generally. I could climb hand over hand as a 2-year-old, and like my dad will tell me a million stories about all the crazy stuff I did. And honestly, and genetically, I've just always been strong. I arm wrestled everyone at school, everyone in the army. Not knowing how to arm wrestle, nothing professional, I was able to beat everyone that was significantly bigger and stronger than me. It's just always kind of been the gift in my arm. So genetically, even though I don't look it, there is something there. So I've always kind of been excited that the day that I actually do look strong, I feel like, oh man, if I look strong, watch out, because I've always been strong even when I don't look it. So if someday ever arrives where I actually genuinely look strong, then yeah, and my wrist is pretty thick. I don't know what RVJ's wrist is, but my wrist. This is the sort of stuff that I like in arm wrestling. So you guys can see that. I don't know what we got. We got 8 3/4 inch wrist there. 8 3/4. So it's a big wrist. On the scale of arm wrestling wrist, it's not a small wrist, I don't think. So 8 3/4 inch wrist. Like I said, but because I got a thick wrist, it means the rest of my arm doesn't look that big. Like it, yeah, I don't look like RVJ looks so much better than that. But at the end of the day, it's a thick wrist. It's just kind of whatever. Yeah. Josh Barker said Ryan's bigger in person. I saw him and got a shock. Pretty solid. Yeah. I don't know what RVJ's wrist is. Is that true? RVJ has an 8-inch wrist. Fair enough, if that's the case. RVJ's hand is bigger than mine. and in my hand is only 8 inches, I think. It's hard to do. Yeah, that's with it level at the top. 8 inches. Eight, yeah, 8 inches. So I think RVJ's was nine and a bit or something like that. So his hand's massive. Yeah, RVJ's hands are much bigger. So anyway, that answers that question. Oh, someone's asking me how do we win the free merch? Man, the free merch was given away like 50 minutes ago. You missed it, brother. Yeah. What's my hat size? You want to know how big my head is? Oh, good. All right. What does that say? I can't read it. It's backwards on my screen. I need to put my finger here and then take it off and read it. 24 and 3/4 inches. 63 centimeters. There you go. I don't know. Is that big? Whatever. What's Levans? Anyone know Levans? Oh man. I'm lost for words now. Why was the match cancelled? You guys, I don't. Yeah, I think there's been enough back and forth with the match. Why it was cancelled. I'm gonna leave that one. Juicy. 11 was 30, but last year we got to 45. Brazank seems like a similar guy. He doesn't look big, but his hand and wrist. Yeah, John is one of those guys. John's not a bulky looking guy, but John, whoa. John is thick everywhere. Thumbs, wrists. His head is huge. 24.5, Sharon Ramirez. Is that what you are, Sharon? Which non-arm wrestling content creator would you like to collab with? Oh, that's a good question. The arm wrestling opinion. Yeah. YouTube collaborations are a very, very powerful tool. It's something that would be awesome. There's two that I'll answer that. There's one guy that I'd like to collab with. Just honestly, I'd like to just meet this dude just to say thank you. Collabing with this dude would be really impactful on my business. So there's that greedy side of it that's like, if I did collab with this guy, it'd be huge. But I actually don't really care for that. This dude, I would love to collab with. I'd just love to have a phone call with this guy just to say thank you, because this guy, and I'll tell you who he is in a moment. This guy shaped my business in terms of my understanding around social media and how to harness it, how to make it possible to turn this into a career. And watching this person, studying how this person did things, just observing this person and their behaviors online really did get me from the ground floor to a position where things started to happen. I'm talking about Gary Vaynerchuk. I don't know if you know Gary. Gary Vaynerchuk is just like, to me, he's just a freaking gangster of online entrepreneurial pursuits. He's cool. He's a clever dude. So Gary is someone I'd love. I would personally love to just sit down with Gary, say thank you to Gary, share with Gary how his lessons, how his principles really helped me in this journey. And then I'd just say to Gary, look, dude, I don't know if there's anything a professional arm wrestler can do to give you any value, but if there is, let me know. I'm keen. So Gary's one. That's kind of the boring one though, because Gary's pretty boring if we're honest. But one that I would love to do is it Hot Ones? Hot Ones, the chili eating, wings eating, hot chili wing thing. I would love to sit down with that dude and talk about arm wrestling whilst trying to eat hot chili wings that get progressively worse and worse. Um, I enjoy hot chili wings, and I enjoy suffering in that respect. And I don't know that I'll be able to make it to the end. Although I can do chili, I can't do crazy chili, not like on top of each other. So I think that'd be cool. Hot ones to talk about arm wrestling. Levant saying this please kidney. Give me a compliment. Thank you. Hey Ryan, I think your content is genuinely good, but it's very specific niche. That's true, man. It is a very specific niche. 98.7% of viewers are men. So to the 1.3% of women out there, which judging by how many people are alive right now, it means we don't have any. But if you are here, hello to the women here. But yeah, it's a specific niche, man. But it's that's the beauty of the internet, is that very specific niche actually has the power to still make a career for someone. Which is, if you wanted to make a career talking about juice on the internet, you can. It's crazy. You could do it if you're passionate enough about it. And that's the good thing, is I'm passionate about this niche of mine. So and that we share with the arm wrestling community. So yeah. Yeah, Hot Ones would blow up arm wrestling in the business. How do I get on Hot Ones? If anyone knows how I get on Hot Ones, let me know, because I would be down for that. um, do a chili challenge with Lockie and Reacher. Like, if I'm gonna do a chili challenge, it's got to be with Dan Mosier. I mean, Dan Mosier is he is the gateway to Hot Ones. Mosier Spice, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely. He's Reaper Jelly, as JKX500 has just said, is freaking fantastic. That was one of my first impressions, was he's Reaper Jelly. Amazing stuff. Um, Nathan Drake, are any Asian pullers on my radar? The Southeast Asian region of arm wrestling is solid. They're very passionate. They're growing. They're on the right path. There's a number of killers there. Devin's always talked about Kevin Tsai. I've pulled Kevin Tsai before. I beat Kevin Tsai in 2015 in WAF Worlds. I eliminated him in the B draw. I beat him. I haven't pulled him since, but I know he's a killer. I respect Kevin. Mark Louis Ben, I respect him as another killer. Valen Lowe, he's a killer. Joffy Jolly, current IFA world champion at 70 kilos or something. He's a killer. So yeah, Southeast Asia's got some really good arm wrestlers, and they're of course neighbours to Australia. They're quite close. So always keen. I'd love to go to Kazakhstan at some stage to just experience that arm wrestling culture. Yeah. Levant saying, please kidney says he doesn't think there's much room to grow unless you start doing videos like schoolboys, like pretending to be an old man. Nah, and that's not my thing. I don't want to go do that crap. It's not my thing. I could dress up as an old man and arm wrestle on the street, and yeah, but that's just not me. And at the end of the day, I think YouTube. The most important thing about YouTube is to just stay true to yourself. Whatever you are is what you stay true to. So I'm going to stay true to that. Keep doing breakdowns. Keep following my own journey as an arm wrestler. It's getting there. It's already enough to make a career. So the only way's up. RVJ is live? Is he really? Oh my goodness. Someone telling me RVJ is live. Ryan, go to sleep. Sleep is essential to recovery. Yeah, I probably should. I might go and watch RVJ's live. If it's always, Ryan, do I smoke weed? That's a good question. I've smoked weed. I got two weed stories if you want to hear them. I don't know if you want to hear them. The first weed story, my first ever experience with weed, was with Travis Bajan. Man, Travis didn't look after me at all. Travis didn't look after me the slightest bit. Travis gave me an edible, and I was like, yeah, cool, try this. It did nothing. Live stream yourself watching his live stream. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know. whilst they tell the subscriptions. All right, Rob Vigent. Is he really live? Oh, he's got 56.
Desperate Pinocchio, Desperation Pinocchio. What's cooking?
Hey,
Okay,
Rob.
Natalie, I'll touch on this one because I'm just rolling down. Is Todd Hutchins the strongest arm wrestler you have faced below 210 pounds?
No.
Hard to say because I would assume based on his record.
This is a live reaction of Rob's live right now.
Maybe. I do know that when I was running good before my injury, I was told that Chad Silvers, when I pulled Chad Silvers at the Rule of the Nation in 2008, supposedly at that time, from his trainings and dealings with Todd, he was able to do things with Todd that he wasn't able to do with me. And
if I just press pause there, I think RBJ is telling us a story about how Todd continuously beat him.
In a lot of lanes at that point in time. So maybe like in 2010, based on his accolades and his records and what he's done.
Can someone please screenshot this
say,
and post it in arm wrestling discussions?
It's just
to trigger Rob.
I'm dealing with an injury, and side pressure is my weakness, and he's all side pressure. Of course, it feels super daunting. So I would really like to pull him again, but based on everyone else he's pulled, he has to be the strongest of the field.
How funny is it that can I get more viewers on my live than Ron Rob's? We'll all watch Rob's live through my live.
Where do I park the donut truck?
Oh, someone tell RBJ I'll watch it. Someone tell it.
It's a cart. It's like a trailer that I outfitted, and I put it on a resort, so people just want to spend money and eat bad food, and it's a great little gig.
Am I still friends with RBJ? Yes.
Outside baseball games, soccer games, you'd be surprised. No one's going to pass up on their kid being the only one on the field not getting a $5 bag of donuts. And
what is the deal with these donuts as well? I want to try one of these donuts from RBJ. I think.
No one says he could be a super heavy. Your thoughts? Of course he can. There have been guys smaller than
he's talking about me.
100 pounds on, but I think he has his frame. I think he lives in a weird little bubble where he thinks he's this humongous guy. I mean, he once referenced me as an overgrown lightweight, and he was a light heavyweight. I mean, that's what I talk about. The juice muddies your fucking brain up and turn into an idiot. I mean, if you look at the bone structure, I don't know what room he stood in when I stood there, but I didn't see Andre the fucking Giant standing there like he talked about. So,
someone asked Rob, what's his wrist? How big is your wrist?
Expand the world, the bone structure that's like of Neanderthal proportions. I just didn't see it. So, whatever, please reference the delusional Ryan Bowen videos. Icebreaker.
Oh, this is too good. I can't believe this. Thank you so much for people letting me know.
But when I was, because of his, I'll say for a long time, it was Ron Path. As far as watching an arm wrestler, how he pulled, hand, his build, is somebody that I could look at and be like, I want to try to be like him. And all
right, I'll send him a super chat. Good idea. Yeah.
John just had the bigger record, the better record. But Ron was like, right there, and he was my favorite for a long time.
Here we go, super chat time.
Still huge respect and admiration for the guy. Pro Nation, Super Nation Cupping, most important for me. Cup. For me, it all starts with the cup, and sometimes it doesn't have to be a cup. Sometimes just containing something.
All right, about to send Rob a super chat.
Do whatever. I don't really supinate. I will more left-handed. My two hands pull differently. I like to kind of get deep bone-to-bone hook left-handed, and I can kind of roll around with it.
Paying for it.
Real tight and almost like that European type hook left-handed. Right, I really like to control through the meat of my hand.
Complete your purchase.
So it all starts with a cup for me. What is my grip strength, Rob?
There we go.
I don't know.
I just sent him a super chat, and it says, "Yo, Rob, I know it's not 50K, but I still love you."
I set the bar for a lot of things that I did. And the dynamometers I did try, I buried the needle on them. So where does it fall? I don't know, but I know I could bury the needle on the 200s and the 300-pound dynamometers I grabbed. Is it a big disadvantage when your hand is small?
He hasn't read it yet. Come on, Rob. Read my super chat.
To be successful in this game, you can find any arm wrestler that has small. You can find any combination of build. Guys with long arms but small hands. Guys that are super heavyweights with smaller bone structures. Light guys that got huge bone structures, and they'll pull different. Some pop, some you see guys that are built like perfect top rollers, and they'll be chopping in and hooking, and vice versa. You'll see smaller guys that should be hooking, they're top rolling. So there isn't really to say you can't get there.
Surely he's not going to ignore my super chat.
In a perfect world, a bigger hand is optimal because it's like basketball. Can you make it to the NBA as a 6-footer?
Maybe he's so new to YouTube Live that he can't work it out.
If you're like 6'8" and up, if you're closer to 7 foot, you're almost guaranteed to have everybody sweating you. So, I mean, there are obvious advantages, but it's not an end all.
Everyone's seen it. Here we go. He's gonna see it now. Here we go. Ready? Live breakdown.
All right.
Super chat. Come on, Rob.
The pig isn't wearing a mask.
Come on, Rob.
Don't you understand? That's why they call people pigs.
Do I have to send him another super chat? Oh my goodness.
You're supposed to sit there, smile at the phone, and make people happy. All right, Nathan Drake. Props to you, brother. Okay, let me see. Did I ever measure the girth of my palm? Yeah, I did. I forget what it is, though. It's pretty big. My palm is pretty wide. I'm an Islander, big and strong. But you have Samoans, too, so you know what's up, Rob. Yeah, all you guys are Samoans and Polynesians.
There we go. Sending another one.
You guys are big bone structure. I grew up in an area where, for whatever it was with immigration, we had a lot of Samoans immigrating towards the city I grew up in, and big, thick necks, big, thick shoulders. I don't want to stereotype. When you look at Moana and Maui, it was very similar to a lot of the guys I've seen. All right, let's go. Ryan Bowen. Rob, I know it's not 50K. I still love you. Thank you, Ryan. Again, I said it in my little thing in the beginning. I don't really know who's going live, what time. To me, this seems like a good time because last time I tried to go live, it was a disaster. My kids were in school drawing on the Wi-Fi, and I looked like a fucking pixel maniac Lego man. So my kids are off school on Wednesdays, and I figured it's a good day for me to catch all you guys over there while it's still a good time. I'm trying to play the time zone game. Thank you, Ryan.
Just another super chat. I'm doing a live reaction of your live.
Do I do any of the amateur small-time events? I do. If they're locally, I'll go and watch. Sometimes I'll compete, depending on who's there. And, I don't like the person who, if somebody's on a rise and they're trying to sow their oats, I don't want that person that's jumping in and squash them from a
How would Lachlan go against Rob, in my opinion?
I like to let.
Yeah, that's a super interesting match. I think Lachlan and Rob. I'd back Lachlan. Obviously, I'd back Lachlan. But
okay.
He's gonna read my super chat again.
What's up, everybody? How to improve finishing power? I have trouble trying to finish someone after I am in a winning position. I'll tell you what, I like this one because something that worked for me.
Look at NBK Media Productions. Nobody cares, Ryan. I think NBK Media Productions gets so sad on life. Dude gets more sad than anyone else I know.
Get that last 2 inches. For me, I know instead of sitting down, I kick my hips up and put my ass to the side of the table. So when I go down, I'm kind of like.
Ryan has a boring voice. Oh my goodness! Please don't break my heart, Rosario Garcia.
You push off with a stiff and kind of just arc down from your core, and then you kind of keep the pressure and almost like side pressure.
Yeah, Joseph's.
Play with that a
Joseph's
bit. For me,
funny. I don't know Joseph well, but
once my shoulder got better, it helped a lot. Nick Weens, 24. Is there anyone with a larger hand than you in the U.S. other than Jeff Dave? I don't know. I haven't scoured the whole planet. I do know I've never met. Now, there are guys with.
Thank you for the love, Akanesh Parasha from India. India is another place that I do want to get in the arm wrestling world.
The overall outline of it, I've never met somebody.
Devin recommended he recommended highly that I go to India.
That's me. And that's the heavyweight class. That's basketball players.
Yeah, that's right. I sent him $15. You guys gave me a bit tonight, so it's only fair that I give some of it to Rob. Anyway, good night, Rob.
Fingers are fatter, but like the actual hand print, no, I've never met anybody.
All right, Rob's done. That was a bit of fun. Anyway, ladies and gents, it is now officially, what is the time? 13 minutes past 3 in the morning. I think it's time for me to finally sign off. Diffams asked me, is Todd Hutchins involved in pound for pound? No, man, he's not involved. He's not coaching me anymore. I learned a lot from him, but he's not coaching me anymore. 4:12 in Melbourne for Hayden. Man, you up early or you up late? Which one? Anyway, guys, I really had a lot of fun tonight. I thought I was going to do this live for like 15 minutes, and it turns out I did it for 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, oh my goodness, I lost Armchair Arm Wrestle's follow. What did I do? Armchair Arm Wrestles, tell me. Lost your follow with this, buddy. Oh my goodness. What did I do? No, seriously, I want to know. Armchair Arm Wrestlers, tell me, what did I do? What was it about this live that made you unsubscribe? Oh my goodness. What could it be? I genuinely want to know. What was it? What was it? Come on, tell me. Tell me. Am I going to light a candle and pray? Yeah, I might need to after losing Armchair Arm Wrestlers. I don't know. Don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, it doesn't look like he's responding. Yeah. He just noticed my hair. Yeah. That's it. Or maybe it was the scar. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for being on the live tonight. I had a really good time. Yeah, I enjoyed giving away stuff. That was cool. And I enjoyed all the chats, the questions, and whatnot. Content from here. More of the same. I'm diving deeper into the breakdown stuff. More intricate explanations of classic matches, explanations of styles, explanations of just anything that goes on. I'm just enjoying consuming the content and then spinning that content back to you guys in an analytical and technical analysis sort of way. So no, I'm not drinking chicken stock. Good question. I know it does look like it, but no, it's Golden Pash. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna stop rambling because I'm just doing too much. I'm gonna go get some sleep, and I'll see you guys again next time.